Here comes Vettel. Here we go. He's gonna... I'm pretty nervous about this race. We're first on the grid. We're first on the grid. We're third on the grid. We should have been first and second on the grid, but I'm either way confident and nervous for this race. The only thing that worries me is Hamilton. So that's about it. Maybe to a certain extent Verstappen as well. So
bold prediction.
What?
There's going to be a red flag. Bold prediction.
Bold prediction. Have you got any, who do you think's going to crash first? This is what you predicted back in Australia when you said Albon, but it was Sainz. Do you have a prediction? I'm going to go with Giovinazzi.
Actually, I don't think Sainz crashed. I think he had an engine problem.
Engine problem. First to retire, Mina, then. I'm going to go with Giovinazzi.
I think Grosjean's going to be involved in turn one.
I'm going to go with Giovinazzi.
What happens if it's Giovinazzi and Grosjean?
Then we both get it right, to a certain extent.
I'm happy with that.
Then, yeah. If it's a multi-collision between the two, then we've both entirely got it right.
I don't need Crofty's commentary.
So, I mean, my commentary's better than Crofty's, so...
Ooh, that's a big statement.
As much as I love David Croft, and I like him, I like Martin Brundle, I like Karun Chandhok, I'm not entirely a Paul di Resta fan, if I'm going to be honest, so... But, yeah, we haven't won a title since 2007. A Constructors' title since 2008. I know we're not going to win one this year, but let's just hope we get an end-of-the-year performance. I know, and I have a annoying feeling that Hamilton is going to win the title this year. So I'm hoping Leclerc or Vettel, one of those two, can push themselves for these last couple of races to get into second and third, ahead of Max and Valtteri. We're about to see the race start, so this is going to be interesting. It started. Come on, Seb, have him. Come on, we got Charles in the lead. That's a great start, but come on, Seb.
Oh, Seb's so on him. Seb's on him. Seb's going for a move.
Please, Seb, come on.
Oh, no, it wasn't good enough. Oh, he's got the better exit. He's got the... Oh.
Go on, Seb. Go on, he's really closing in on him. Oh, what a start. I mean, like, Charles is in the lead. That's exactly what I want. But Seb, blimey, he's giving Hamilton a run for his money. This is good start so far. I know it's one lap out of 61, but it's a good lap so far. Oh, this is excellent. And then we see that's George Russell at the back. And usually the Williams will be at the back. I think one of them, though, has overtaken one of the Hasses. I think it's Romain Grosjean. But as we have a look, it's Hulkenberg behind Albon in 7th. He's being best of the rest so far. Norris is in 8th. Giovinazzi, who I predicted to crash, made a good start. Raikkonen nearly locks up. Oh, my days. We have had a start here at Singapore. But it's Vettel in 3rd. Behind Hamilton in 2nd and Leclerc in the lead. Max Verstappen's in 4th. I think he wants to join the fight as well. I hope he doesn't overtake Vettel. So, oh, come on, you boys in red. I'm very nervous for this. So, lap 2 and one of the Williams is already in the pits. Someone else is in the pit. Oh, we have a replay here. So that's on board with Daniel Ricciardo. He tries to go on the inside line. Obviously, Daniel's right at the back because I think he got some kind of penalty or something. But who's that in the pit? That's Carlos Sainz in the pits. Oh, that's a shame for Sainz. I know it's early days yet, but he looked so well in qualifying yesterday. So did Danny Rick. So as we have a look, that's Bottas and Albon. That's Vettel has kind of dropped off the pace from Leclerc and Hamilton. Let's hope he catches up today later on in the race. But the battle for the lead is between 4 drivers at the moment. Bottas is nowhere near the front 4 at the moment, but annoyingly, from a Ferrari's point of view, a Ferrari fan's point of view, Hamilton has the fastest lap so far. Albon and Bottas, though, are trying their best to stay with the front 4 at the moment. That's what I can give them so far. Sparks coming out of Verstappen's Red Bull. Right, so here's the race start again. I heard that Hülkenberg and Sainz made contact at the beginning. So we see the start. Leclerc gets away well. Hamilton gets on the inside of Vettel. Verstappen gets on the inside of Bottas. This is Sainz. He's trying to go past Alex Albon. He goes wide, and then Hülkenberg's right next to him. And I see a lock up there from one of the Alphas. I think that's Giovinazzi. Ricciardo's at the back because of his penalty. He's going in. He's trying to go on the inside of George Russell, and that's also Robert Kubica and Lance Stroll in front of him. So this is Sainz. There's see the sparks coming out of Hülkenberg's Renault. Sainz reports the problem, and I see he gets he makes a mistake there, and I think that's why he's in the pits. Now we're on board with Grosjean on the Haas, so he's going wide, and he didn't take that corner well at all. So, but there's probably nothing he could do there with the carnage that was going on. And Hülkenberg has got the fastest lap. Good on him. Good on him. So, fair play to Nico Hülkenberg. Hello. That's not looking good for Sainz. He's said nothing's right with his McLaren at the moment at all. And McLaren are trying their best to cure the situation. So it isn't looking good for Carlos Sainz so far this race with 5 laps. On the 5th lap, I mean.
This is Lance Stroll.
So that's Ricciardo going on the inside of Stroll in this replay here. I'd say that's a clean overtake by Ricciardo. Nicely done. So he's working his way up the field, sort of. He's up to 13th. He's behind the 2 Toro Rossos of Gasly and Kvyat, as well as Kimi Raikkonen. Oh, wait. It's the FIA. Turn 5 incident involving Hülkenberg and, if I just quickly go back, Hülkenberg and Sainz. No further action, so nothing is happening there. That's, I'm happy with that, because I didn't think none of those 2 should have been punished either way, so that's pretty decent. It's weird because we're on lap 8. So far, the back markers, the ones at the back of the race so far, are the fastest men on the track. They've just said Nico Hülkenberg and George Russell are the 2 fastest drivers right now. And Hülkenberg has also gained another position. He was 18th, now he's 17th, so he's working his way up on that Renault. And that was Daniel Ricciardo. He is, he's keen to get a move on. Just then on the team radio. As I see more sparks coming out of Vettel's car. And Albon and Bottas have bunched into this group of 6 now. So it is a 6-way battle between the Ferraris, the Red Bulls and the Mercedeses. Something wrong with Raikkonen's rear. That happened to him in the first corner, so he's lying in 11th place at the moment. He is 1 place off getting into that top 10 into the points system, so he's just out the points, Kimi Raikkonen. And funny enough, he is he's really my joint favourite driver with Leclerc. I know I support the Ferraris, and I know I got realistically a Vettel shirt on, because last Christmas I asked for last Christmas I pretty much I got a Ferrari shirt. I didn't mind which one I wanted, either Vettel or Raikkonen, because this is last year's, and I think I just ended up getting Vettel. So I'll take that either way, because it's Ferrari either way, obviously. And Vettel's my third favourite driver on this. I mean, my mate is my mate who lives in my house with me here at uni is a Sebastian Vettel lifelong fan. So it's his favourite driver. And he is quite essentially German, but I feel that he's definitely up there with one of my favourite drivers. I mean, I'm a Ferrari fan through and through, like I have been since I was a kid when the Schumacher days were happening. So it's just continuing being part of the Tifosi, really, isn't it? Now Ricciardo's on Kvyat. He's really looking... Oh, and Stroll and Ricciardo nearly touch. You see that then? Lance Stroll nearly went right at the back of Ricciardo's Renault. Sparks coming out of Ricciardo and Kvyat. And Danny Ric is through. Ricciardo is up to 12, ahead of Kvyat. Lance Stroll is also looking past Kvyat, and he does. Lance Stroll is up to 13th, so Kvyat loses 2 positions at virtually nearly the same corner in 1 or 2 or 3 corners there. And now Perez is catching Kvyat up. So, bit of progression from the racing points there. Danny Ric is up to 12. He's now 1 behind Raikkonen, who's in 11th. That was lap 11 of 61 so far in this race. And still, we have Charles Leclerc leading. And we got a replay here. There's sparks coming out of Kvyat's Toro Rosso. And Ricciardo, brilliant overtaking manoeuvre in the right-hander. And Ricciardo's up to 12th. Great overtake. Lance Stroll had a look as well, and he got past Kvyat as well. So the Canadian is up to 13th. Now Perez is having a look at Kvyat. Sparks coming out of both Perez and Kvyat's Formula 1 cars there. Perez is looking for a mover. Checo is looking up the inside of Kvyat. And I think there's something wrong with that Toro Rosso at the moment. Perez is going to have him at this corner, and he does. Checo is up to 14th, and Kvyat has been pushed further down the order. So he's dropping back. He's gone from 12th to 15th in the space of 2 laps, Danny Kvyat. And now we got Romain Grosjean and Nico Hülkenberg closing in on Kvyat, and obviously Hülkenberg's got the fastest lap of the race so far. So can he and Romain Grosjean also get past Danny Kvyat? Hülkenberg has lost the fastest lap as we now go on to lap 15, and that has gone to Danny Kvyat after he has pitted. Perez has also pitted, meaning Hülkenberg is now up to 15th and Kubica is 16th. He's trying to really get past Romain Grosjean, isn't he? Grosjean is holding that 14th position at the moment, but Hülkenberg really is closing on that Haas. So the German's looking to go up to 14th position and then catch his teammate and Lance Stroll, who are just ahead. So Ricciardo, actually, speaking about Ricciardo, well, actually, Raikkonen's gone into the pits, so Ricciardo is up to 11th, Stroll's up to 12th. Kimi's gone in the pits, as we can now see now. Well, I'm watching now. And that is going to drop him as well, but that means maybe his new fresh set of tyres will work out well. And now Perez has got the fastest lap, meaning those two should surely be catching up with the rest of the field to a certain extent. So Perez is now the fastest man on the track with the fastest lap of 1 minute 46.683. Hülkenberg is trying his very best to get past Grosjean. Good news for us Ferrari fans, but I don't want to speak too soon obviously, but I'm just letting you know the updates. Lap 17, where the tyres should be dropping off now for some of the front runners, but Hamilton has just said that his tyres are dropping off, so I'm pretty happy with that as a Ferrari fan, but we'll see how the rest of the race goes. Verstappen has lost catching with Vettel, and Bottas is right up his ass right now. Vettel has gone clear of Verstappen, and he's hoping to catch Leclerc and Hamilton. We're now on lap 19. So, Vettel and Verstappen have pitted. They're in 10th and 11th. Well, Verstappen was 12th. He's got ahead of Hulkenberg. Leclerc is now pitted, meaning Giovinazzi's now 3rd, but Leclerc is in the pits, and typical Mercedes. Exactly what happened in the German Grand Prix last year. Valtteri, it's James. And basically, what he said is he doesn't want Bottas to ever overtake Hamilton some point today. So, ridiculous. Team orders for me are wrong. It's racing. You overtake whoever you like. Everyone wants to win. It's as simple as that. Here we go. Right, Hamilton is in, meaning all of the front runners are now in. So let's just see what happens. Right, so he's coming in. Bottas, fastest lap of the race in 9th. Where is this going to put Hamilton? We need the Ferraris to overtake him. This means Giovinazzi leads, Gasly's 2nd, Ricciardo 3rd, Vettel's ahead. Vettel and Leclerc are ahead of Hamilton. Good, that's great. I'm happy with that. Right, keep that going. Lap 28. Leclerc is trying to get past Lance Stroll. Vettel's now got past Lance Stroll and up to 4th. Verstappen's 7th with sparks coming out of his Red Bull. He's just behind Leclerc. I'm just hoping Charles makes the move on Stroll and up to 5th. Come on, Charles! However, I am aware that Bottas is now the fastest man on the track here on lap 28. So, and he's just behind Hamilton, who is just behind Verstappen. And there is Jos Verstappen, Max Verstappen's father, who raced for Minardi in 2003. I mainly know that because I got the game of it on my PlayStation 2, which is childhood memories. Go on, Seb! Yes, what a move! He's up to 3rd. Come on, my boy! That's a great move. Go on, mate. Just Gasly and Giovinazzi, and you're back in the lead. Oh, go on, Leclerc. Have him! He's got him. Leclerc is up to 5th. He's ahead of Lance Stroll. So, now my boys are in 3rd and 5th, and my other boy, Kimi Raikkonen, is down in 14th. Replay. Vettel's up to 2nd. Let's have a look. There was contact, but that's racing. That was a clear overtaking manoeuvre. It was major contact. Crofty's right there, but I thought that was a great move. So, that's racing. And now Verstappen's up to 6th, while Giovinazzi still leads. Hamilton is 7th, Bottas is 8th, Leclerc is still in 5th. But anyway, yeah, so great move by Sebastian, in my opinion. Charles has gone past Danny Rick, and Sebastian Vettel now leads the race with 30 laps to go, putting Giovinazzi down to 2nd. I will admit, though, fair play to Giovinazzi for trying to stay out, and he's led a race now, so I'll give him credit for that. But no, 30 laps to go. This is looking good. Seb is now leading. Charles is 4th. And Verstappen's also gone ahead of Daniel Ricciardo as well, his former teammate. And now, Lewis Hamilton is about to catch up on Lance Stroll. Let's see how this one goes. And Stroll is in the pits, while Bottas still has the fastest lap of the race. That puts Hamilton up to 7th and Bottas up to 8th. Putting Albon and Hulkenberg into the top 10. Norris just overtakes Stroll, obviously, as well, into 11th, as does Kevin Magnussen and Kimi Raikkonen, but that's because the Canadian is in the pits. 32 laps. And Charles goes ahead of Gasly. What a manoeuvre. And Charles is up to 3rd. Oh, yes. Right. Now, he's just got to get past Giovinazzi. And now, then, we will have a... I shouldn't have spoken too soon. Then, we will have a Ferrari 1-2, as it stands. But I'm pretty nervous, but it's looking good so far. So, lap 37, and the safety car is out. That is because George Russell has is now out of the race. He is now out of the race. So Leclerc isn't happy because his strategy today hasn't worked at all, even though he is lying in second. The safety cars come out because George Russell is out of the race. It's actually Williams' first retirement of 2019. And he got tagged by Romain Grosjean. And I saw the incident myself. And as much as I love Grosjean, he's one of my favourite drivers, I do think it was his fault. So at the same time, I do really feel for George Russell. And he's not, I can tell from the radio I've just heard from him, he is not happy with Romain at all. Lap 40, and the safety car is going to come in at the end of this lap. So, nearly 20 laps to go. And so far, Vettel's leading, Leclerc is second, and he's got the fastest lap. Max is third, Lewis is fourth, Valtteri is fifth. With Albon, Norris, Magnussen, Raikkonen, Perez, Stroll, Gasly, Hülkenberg, Kvyat, Giovinazzi, Ricciardo, Kubica, Grosjean, and Sainz bring up the rear. George Russell is out of the race. So, the safety car is going to come in at this lap. So let's see what happens now. As a photographer, I would like to do that as a job one day. Go into Singapore or somewhere on the F1 calendar to do exactly what that guy did. Right, the safety car's in, the green flag is out. Come on, you Ferraris. Come on, you boys in red. So, we have the lead, 1-2 so far. Then it's Verstappen and the two Mercedes, followed by Albon. So, the big three teams are locking up the top six yet again. So, we'll see what happens in a minute. Stroll is out of the race, surely! That's a huge problem for Stroll. Oh, what's going to happen? He's down in 17th. He's boxing the lap. He's boxing the lap. What's going to happen? So that kind of gives me something to smile about with that. But even though now he is exiting the pits, he's I don't think he's out of the race. I think he's just got a well, he had a very big problem then. So he's now last behind Carlos Sainz. Perez is out of the race. I thought Stroll was going to be out of the race, but he just had to go and box the lap so he could rejoin the race. But now he's 18th because his teammates is out of the race. So no points for Sergio Perez at all today in Singapore. And as a result of that, the safety car has come out for the second time today. Lap 44 of 61. 11 laps to go, and I'm gutted because Raikkonen is going to be out of the race. It was, in my opinion, a silly move by Kvyat, but I guess it's part of racing. Oh, what a shame. Poor Kimi. Right, so we're on the last stages of the race now, lap 59 of 61. And Vettel has had the fastest lap of the race. Now it's gone to Kvyat and now it's gone to Bottas. So Bottas, as it stands, is going to get that extra point at the moment. But we're nearly towards the end of the race. And my legs are shaking because Vettel is still leading this race. Honestly, he deserves the win so much. He 100% deserves this win today. So as much as I love Charles, he is my favourite. Vettel, I want winning this race because he really deserves the race win today. And if Leclerc comes second, then I'll be very happy. So, Verstappen's third, Hamilton's in fourth. I hope Verstappen keeps Hamilton off the rostrum because I don't want any Mercedes to finish on the rostrum. If they don't, I'll be very happy. Magnussen now has the fastest lap away from Bottas. 5 minutes to go, guys. Oh my God, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting very nervous. And there is Jos Verstappen yet again in that Red Bull garage. I'm getting very nervous. And Hamilton really is closing in on Max Verstappen now. Really closing in. And as I just heard from the team radio, Verstappen has less power than Hamilton. So Hamilton really is going to try and close up on him. Hamilton's just got DRS then. So Verstappen could lose third place here at the closing stages of the Singapore Grand Prix. They are 0.5 of a second between Verstappen and Hamilton. Now it's 0.7. That's how close the battle for third place is. I really hope Max keeps hold of it because of how much I prefer Red Bull to Mercedes. So it would be great to have a podium without Hamilton today. But anyway, I don't want to get my hopes too much. It just said the weekend attendance is 268,000. I'd say that's very good. But we are really about to approach the final lap in a minute. So Ferrari have got to bring it home. Ferrari have got to bring it home now. Ferrari have got to bring it home. And that battle for third really is going on. It really is going on at the moment. That battle for third place between Verstappen and Hamilton. As we have a look at that Aston Martin logo, Magnussen still has the fastest lap of the race, and Leclerc is 1.8 behind the leader, Sebastian Vettel. We're on the final lap. We're on the final lap. Okay, this is going to decide it. This is going to decide it. And Toto Wolff is looking at his tactics. I hope they don't work. So here we are. We're on the final lap. Come on, boys. Come on, you guys in red. Please do this. Please get a 1-2 today. And stay the result as it is. Hamilton's really closing in on Verstappen. So if Max can hold on to that third, then I'll be very happy with that. Magnussen is 17th still with the fastest lap of the race. Gas coming out of and flames coming out of the back of Hamilton's car. And basically now it looks like that Vettel should win this race because he is now 2.1 seconds ahead of his teammates. And there's also sparks coming out of Verstappen's car as well. But Hamilton is staying with him. Oh, this is getting tense. This is getting tense, this last lap. I'm getting so nervous. But I think Ferrari are going to do it. I think Ferrari are going to do it. So we're about to approach the closing stages of this race. 2 minutes to go, to be precise. Oh, right. So we're getting there. We're getting to the end. And Hamilton still can't find a way past Max Verstappen. So there is it's not looking good for Mercedes at the moment. Bottas is, I'd say, is miles behind. Well, not miles behind. He's not going to get in the top four. Bottas is probably and most likely a safe, sound 5th place. Here comes Vettel. Here we go. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Yes! Yes! Gets in there. And Leclerc is second. Verstappen is third. He gets in there. It's a 1-2 for the Tifosi. Yes! Get in there, boys. Get in there. Screw you, Mercedes! Screw you, Mercedes! Oh, yes! Seb totally deserved that. He totally deserved that.
Are you okay?
Give me 5. Give me the respect. You must be so happy right now.
I am.
So,
But not to the point that you are. Well, I am, but I'm better expressing my happiness in a quiet way.
oh, what a result.